Yes. See, the energy is released by machines. The kinetic energy in falling water turns a water wheel. Yes. The water wheel may help to generate electricity. An unwinding spring turns gears in a watch. Yeah. The energy of a pile driver rams pilings into the earth. Yes. There's the thought. Could you design a petroleum-based product that is reusable because of how it dissolves in water, adding mass to the steam? Yes. While at the same time, when cooled to room temperature, it immediately separates from the water. You probably could. And you could probably reuse it a million times. Yes, you could. Now, there's this idea of it being introduced to add mass and speed to the steam generator. Now, my idea is that I'd like to see all the used motor oil, yes, converted to some sort of product that is available for burning. Yes. Now, see, they have a good example of coal. Yes. See, coal is an actual matter that was growing in the sunlight. Yes. And in the case of coal, energy from the sun was taken into the leaves of trees that grew on Earth millions of years ago. Yeah. hmm Now, that energy was absorbed in chemical reactions that produced food to make the trees grow. Trees lived and died and fell to the earth. Yes. Then thousands of years they were covered up with other decaying matter and later underwent pressures far below the surface of the earth. Yeah. Those trees became coal, which man burns today as an energy source. Yes. So it talks about the atomic structure of why it is that sunlight was used to produce a product because of the pressurization of coal. Now, my thought was all these coal mines. Is it possible that you could use human nutrient? Yes. In some way so as to pressurize it underground? Yes. So that it would convert to a coal-like product that would be burnable as an energy supply. Now, this is a big problem because you'd have to add sunlight to it. Yes. Now, I could use a magnifying glass and magnify the sunlight, and instead of using it as a heat source for desalinating, yes, I could use a different type of magnifying glass that magnifies the sunlight without the intent of burning anything, but it just magnifies sunlight. Yes. Now, let's say you combined sunlight with human nutrient and you put it in a coal mine. This energy, known as sunlight, yes, is absorbable into actual substances, and that's really what you're burning when you burn coal. Yes, it is. Now, the tree was what was using the sunlight as a form of food. Yeah, yeah. So there's a question of, well, how do you release the kinetic energy? Yes, of certain products, because there's potential energy and there's kinetic energy. Now, I would say that through the pumping process, yes, of human nutrient, if I was to add an immense amount of sunlight, yes, but instead of burning it up, as in consuming it, because of the focus of the sunlight being like a ray, yes, I spread out the sunlight and it being more like an umbrella. And I umbrellaed the sunlight into the human nutrient while putting it underground. Now, there's the question of, is it possible for human nutrient to absorb sunlight as an atomic source of potential energy at some future time because of biodegrading the human nutrient? Poop. Now, let's say I closed it up, and 40 or 50 years from now, I opened up the mine that was full of sunlight and human nutrient. Is the product of that decaying matter usable as a burning? I think it would be because the sunlight was absorbed into the human nutrient. It was allowed to decay. Yes. And through the decaying process, it become a reusable heat source for those that want to convert it into something burnable.